Shabbat Shalom. And what a special Shabbat it should be, and what a special Shabbat we can make it be. It will be Shabbat Vayeishev, it will be Shabbat Mevarchim, and it will be Shabbat Shel Chanukah. Each week, we are to take a break from the work of the week. We are to regenerate and refocus. We are to refocus on Torah. We are to refocus on all the good that is God. And just as we are to celebrate Shabbat each week, we are also to celebrate Rosh Chodesh each month. We are at the end of the month of Kislev. We will be beginning the month of Tevet in the coming week. The Shabbat preceding a new month on the Jewish calendar is known as Shabbat Mevarchim. On this Shabbat, we announce the Molad, the projected time of the birth of the new moon, as we announce the coming Rosh Chodesh, and we recite a special blessing, asking God for blessing during the coming month. Yehi Ratzon, may it be your will, we pray. Every week we have Shabbat. Every month we have Rosh Chodesh. And every year we have holidays on an annual cycle, holidays that we have not had since the year before. And this Shabbat is the Shabbat Shel Chanukah. As the Shabbat of Hanukkah, we will light the Chanukiah just before lighting the Shabbat candles before sunset. Then, just after Havdalah, just after extinguishing the Havdalah candle, we will again light the Chanukiah. We are always to be Or Lagoyim, a light unto the nations. And lights play an important role in our lives. We light Shabbat candles to begin Shabbat. We light a Havdalah candle to end Shabbat. The new moon brings about new light. And the Hanukkah story is so much about bringing more light into the world. And maybe you'll join me for Havdalah and Chanukiah lighting Saturday night. And maybe you'll join me for Chanukiah lighting Sunday night. Or any night of this holiday, I welcome you to come join me. And we can together sing brachot and various Hanukkah songs. But especially my favorite of, Don't Let the Light Go Out. The Hanukkah story is so much about bringing more light into the world. We need to bring more light, and we need to be the light. And thus, let's now shed a little more light onto this week's parashah. Our reading is Parashat Vayeishev. Vayeishev means, and he settled. In this parashah, Yisrael settles in the land of his father. Yisrael and his family all settle back into the family land of Canaan. What, though, does it mean to settle? Should we settle? It depends on how we're using the word. Just as we discussed last week, it depends on how we're using the words and names. We should not settle for less when we know more is right. But we should seek to settle back into what is right. We should reestablish ourselves. We are to reestablish ourselves each week with Shabbat. We are to reestablish ourselves each month with Rosh Chodesh. We are to reestablish ourselves each year with Hanukkah. We are to reestablish, to rededicate ourselves. After all, Hanukkah does mean dedication. We need to rededicate. We need to refocus. And let's refocus a bit on this Shabbat's Parsha of Vayeishev. As noted, Vayeishev means, and he settled. In English, there are different kinds of settling. I do encourage us all to ponder them all. Ponder them all and how they may connect together. Ponder them all and how they connect to this Parsha. And even ponder them all and how they connect to current events. From settling and coming to conclusion, to settling and accepting. There is so much we could ponder together here. And I very much encourage us all to ponder so this Shabbat. And what about the connection of Vayeishev being read on Hanukkah? The word Hanukkah means dedication. And Hanukkah is to be the holiday of dedication. The holiday of overcoming adversity. The holiday of finding light in darkness. The holiday of standing up for what's right. The holiday of bringing more light into this world. In this Parsha, Yisrael returns to and reclaims the land of his father, the land of our fathers. In the Hanukkah story, The Maccabees reclaim that land of our fathers. We should not settle for less when we know more is right. We should, though, settle back into what is right. It is important to note, though, that while Yaakov settles in this parsha, he cannot, and none of us can or should, just settle. Just settle down. Just sit back. We need to be prepared not to settle. We need to be prepared to step up. Yaakov had thought that he was going to settle down after all he had been through. It is not uncommon for us to think that once we reach a certain point in our lives, that we will be able to settle down and breathe with a life free of challenges. We, though, have a mission. Our mission is not just to sit back, but our mission is to be, or Lagoyim, to be a light unto the nations, to be more good, to do more good, to bring more good into this world. We have our mission. We have our purpose. We have a role to play. Yaakov had to learn this, and the Maccabees well knew this. Life may not be as easy as we'd like, but we can feel good about it if we step up to the plate and do our part to take on the challenge, to be Or Lagoyim, to be a light unto the nations, to be the light, to bring more light into this world. Let's keep that in mind as we look to the new moon this coming week, as we light our Chanukiot each night of Hanukkah, and of course, as we light our Shabbat candles. And with that, for now, I wish you l'Shabbat Shalom v'l'Chag Sameach.